This is Dan Kedme, a producer on the Webby Award-winning podcast Masters of Scale. On our show, our host Reid Hoffman, founder of LinkedIn, shares some truly surprising tales of scale. We've also asked our sponsor, the Mastercard Center for Inclusive Growth, to share their own tales of scale. How do they help build and contribute to thriving economies? They offered a series of solutions that you can hear throughout our show, or you can listen right now. First up, the case for social impact.
Companies thrive in thriving economies, and ultimately it's in our collective interest that there be sustainable economic growth, and there's only sustainable growth where that growth is inclusive.
That's Mike Froman. He's the president of strategic growth at Mastercard and the leading champion for a new idea in business, that companies can drive positive change, not just by writing a check, but by building their business in a way that sustainably supports social impact. For Mastercard, that means financial inclusion.
4 years ago, we set out the goal of bringing 500 million new individuals into the financial system, people who've been unbanked or underbanked.
Those 500 million people, they're the ones in the fields and on the factory floor, the ones who power booming markets and usually get left behind. But everyone benefits when they benefit, Mike says.
To make the digital economy available to people at the base of the pyramid so that they can get paid safely and securely, they can save, they can pay their bills efficiently, they can capture some of that time back to spend with their family. It improves their quality of life. To us, that's inherent in the notion of doing well by doing good. We have a fundamental idea that people should get paid what they've earned.
Commercially sustainable social impact. Not just writing a check, but designing your business in a way that lifts people at the base of the pyramid, the ones who usually get paid last and least. Take Elia. She's an indigenous coffee farmer in the Sierra Madre Mountains of Chiapas, Mexico. Until recently, her coffee beans made it to your coffee cup through a chain of middlemen, each one taking a cut. It was a cash business.
And there's a lot of loss in that process. There's a lot of uncertainty, having to watch very carefully to make sure she's got cash on hand when she needs it to buy seeds or fertilizer or tools.
Mastercard partnered with Neumann Coffee Group, one of the world's largest coffee traders, to cut out the middlemen. Now Elia sells directly to Neumann and gets paid digitally with no-fee debit cards.
By making it possible for Neumann's to pay her directly, she's able to buy seeds and fertilizer when she needs to. She gets paid more, about 10 to 20% more, now that she doesn't have to go through a middleman. Neumann's can give her information about the market and other tools to be able to enhance her yield.
For Elia and for Neumann, it's a win.
From Neumann's perspective, it helps strengthen their relationship with the grower. For Elia, she's now feeling much more secure about her financial future. She's able to save. She's able to provide for her family. And it's beginning to change the nature of her relationship to the economy.
And for Mastercard, it's about the bigger picture.
There's a lot of discussion about what CEOs should be doing, what companies should be doing when it comes to social impact.
Mike thinks about this all the time. What should companies be doing when it comes to social impact?
That's what we're really focused on. How do we use our products, our technology, our understanding of markets and ecosystems to have a positive impact on humanitarian development objectives? Because when we look at the problems facing the world and the goals that we all have, the only way to achieve them is if we mobilize the resources, the ingenuity, the motivation of the private sector. And the private sector is only going to be able to do that at scale if it's commercially sustainable.
And this is where you come in. Yes, you. Mastercard is inviting companies from all sectors, from fintech to Fortune 500, consumer goods to creative, to join them in their mission to drive commercially sustainable social impact.
We welcome other companies joining us on this journey because ultimately, it's not up to one company to be able to achieve this. We're going to need the entire private sector to be involved. Then you can scale it up. We think we have found a path for us. It may not be right for everybody else, but we would welcome partnerships with others who share this perspective, and let's see what we can do together. We all have something to contribute.
Does your company have something to contribute? Mastercard would love to hear from you. Email them at scale@mastercard.com. That's scale@mastercard.com.